Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my jbird. And this is remembering 1976 and 1977. How I used to play chess back then when I first started, learned how to play, created an opening, a theory, and this is the way I play today yet. And it's never going to change. And this is just the way I play chess. I don't know how else, however, I can say it. This is the way I do things when I play chess. Back then and to this day. And I knew how great it really was back then to me to move these pieces in around the back, but not really even knowing how deep something could mean so much. But yet I did know, but I didn't know. I felt so great about this openings. Now, I'm in white, but before we get started, I forgot to tell you on Chess Judge, the last video, and I forgot to tell you the power of mind. The power of mind I choose in strength at any level over any chess player or program, not to alter of your playing skill in any kind of game. All right, I just wanted to say that, and I forgot to say that in my Chess Judge video. Now, let's get on to this. I'm in white, and this is called Nightbird, Jaybird, Donna Bird, Rook Crown Castle to bot 2,000. No errors, no help, no assistance of any kind to beat this bot. Game 34, and let's get down to it. E3, E6, D3, F6, F3, C6, and like I said, I mainly always go this way, but you can, like I say, these pieces can get moved up. And like I said, also, I'm finding out the first three rows is the excellent way to maneuver your pieces up, down, around, back, front, back up, back around, down, and to do this. Now after C6, H3, D5, E2, D4. Now it almost looks like I'm going to go in a reverse. You see, there it sets. Now this game is from what? Oh, last year. This game's from last year I'm pulling up. And look, the reverse is right there. I could do it, but let's see what happens. See, I go according to how the game and how you want to play the game and everything else. So after D4, E4, pass. See, this pawn's blocked. And right now in this position, I really believe this is number one move. Pass it. After E4, E5, into the knight's bird, D2 since 1977. Takes F3, takes F3, E5, D2, into the J-bird. Here again, that was my first, and I won with it, with the 2 pawns here, and the 2 bishops here, and the 2 rook pawns up 1, which was my first creative opening, and I won with my first game ever. And this is the way I play. After D2, E7, G5. I looked at this earlier. I thought I made a mistake, but I didn't. After G5, G6, takes E7. Now you say, well, he can come down here and threat me. Now, he don't want to do that. The rook can go here. Then he'll have to move, take another pawn, and then I get my bishop out safely here. The knight defends it, and then I can even put it over here. There's nothing here for him. After E7, E7 takes. Now I go G4, D6, into the Donna's bird, D2, D7, castle, rook crown castle, castles, B1, F6, rookie over G1, E6, H4. Now the push starts, and looks like we can do it. We have time. Let's do it. After H4, A6, push up. Have to look. Got to be careful. One simple mistake, and it costs you the game. After A3, B6, H5, A5, H4. Still, everything's defended here. C6. I push F4. Now, I think what I've seen then was what there's only one piece here, and I can take it. What's stopping me from doing this? After f4, takes f4, takes f4. Now what? f7, 90 over, f5. I was hoping to connect these pawns again and really open this up. I'm in nice position right now. Whew. After f5, e5, I go rookie up. Well, a couple reasons. I was afraid that somehow, some way, that this I had to get the rook lift and put it here and nowhere else because of this knight idea. So, and I was going to do the rook lift anyway, it looks like. So after g3, e8, g1, he goes h6. Now I seen the opportunity. This could be already in a mating net, they call it. I don't know. I didn't look that far, but I know what I can do. I'm going to get a knight for 2 pawns and all this position. It has to be good. It has to be. I went for it. Took h6, takes h6, takes h6. Look at this position. He goes f8. Well, he could have went over here, but then I didn't calculate all that. And you can't take the pawn. If you took the pawn, check, and you lose your queen. So that, I know you don't do that. So, but he went there. Maybe there's more to be seen. I'm going to have to get that queen out. But then I could go check. Then he might come back here. I don't want no threefold. Maybe I would have tried it once just to see what happens. But then I would have went back. And then, no. Okay. After that, I don't see no other gambles. After that, g5. I start to push. There's two pieces in the way here. And if he takes it, I could get out of the way with a check and then steal his knight. So, let's see. After g5, f5, g6. Like I said, since I knew that, I pushed that pawn past right away because I knew he can come down and say check. After g6, he does it anyway. I go a1. Why? Because I got a funny feeling if I take that piece, somehow, some way, I don't trust the program. I said, why do I need to do that? I said, somehow, some way, this thing is going to get me here with this check, and I'm going to lose tempo, and he's going to get an extra move. That's what was running through my head. So I went a1. He goes e7. I got out of there. g5. I got out of there for a couple reasons so I can push these pawns up, and I happen to threaten his rook at the same time. e6. I go h6. Now, maybe he could have went here. I don't know. Maybe I would have took this pawn. If he would have took, I would have, I don't know. I would have had to calculate this, but he moved there. I'm not a grandmaster, but I only play the game how I see it. And according to how he moves. I made a lot of mistakes already. I had games where I blew it. So after h6, takes e4, check, h7. I knew to go in with these checks first. I have to. He moves up, g7, h1. What I see is, what's he going to do? I just see a check over here with the queen. That's what I see. And it looks like if he would have took it with the queen, I still could have said check and he can't move. He's pinned and he's in a check. So that was good. I saw that. After h1, he takes g6. I still get to check anyway. h6, h8, takes g6. What's he going to do? He can't throw no checks. I own this square twice. What's he going to do? After g6, f7, I saw the check. He has to take. Which piece is he going to take it with? And then he's going to end up, he has to take it, and he's going to end up in another check anyway. So what's going to happen? He takes g8, I take queen, g8, takes g8, rookie over g1. And sometimes I messed a couple of them up down here. So after g1, he goes f7, h5, and that's game right there. Let's go back. I mean, it looks pretty good. Maybe there was a way out of this, or maybe there wasn't. You know, like I said, I'm not no grandmaster. And the game went like this. Like I said, there's nothing down there. He's going to take 2 pawns for, and I get my bishop out anyway, so there's nothing there. I'm sure about that. I'm sure about there's nothing wrong with this. Got to defend that. And now I'm trying to get in here. I says it's 1-on-1. Okay, all right. Now what? He wants to defend this square, it looks like. I go up. He didn't want to take, because if I would have got that pawn here, it just would have been just as bad, because this here and this here, you know, he goes here. I slide up. I'm doing a rook left. And then I seen it. I'm going for it. I said, this got to be winning. Then he moves back. I don't know this. I would have to really sit down and think about this one. I'm pretty sure I would have, just quickly looking at it without going through deep think here. Like I said, playing the game and explaining the game at a different time is 2 different things. It's like I told you, you're in the power of mind sometimes, and you're doing it, and that's the way it is. You can't, you know. No, these grandmasters, they play the game, and they do know a lot, and they're right, and they do know that's the moves, but they're not perfect either. So, but this is the way the game went on. He goes here. I said, I'm not taking that. Somehow or another, some way between this knight and taking that piece and then getting a check later on would get me in trouble. So I didn't do it. I got out, not realizing I wasn't even threatening. I was just getting out to push this pawn up, is what I wanted to do. He takes. I went for the check. I didn't want to wait. I didn't try to calculate anything. Let's get it on. Let's see what happens. He moves up. I slide over. He takes with the knight. Like I told you before, if he would have took with the queen, I still could have set the check, and he would have been pinned with the rook. So I go check now, and now I get the knight. So something had to be right here. Then I got the check, and he's pinned again. Take, 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 double checks, check. And then I'm looking. I don't want to blow it. I blew it already where I made one prophylactic move, and he walked away with the king. Okay, there you have it. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll have some more remembering 76 and the 77.